As everyone could see, I didn't live stream today. I still yet decided to upload a video and make it based off of my records of exercising, since I didn't record or live stream an exercise routine. That was my whole focus, was to get an exercise routine in and make it past 4 hours, or at least go past 2 sets, because last time it took me into 4 hours to get 2 sets done. Same time uploading the videos, starting live stream without crashing, focusing on a scenario. That's what happened last time I started live streaming, is it just basically started crashing because I tried to do a simple loop program from like an HDMI cord into a video record that had sound and music, so I had it copyrighted or fair to share copyright from YouTube channel. That way it could start different Twitch live stream channels at the same time, and then Twitch could see what I'm doing on YouTube at the same time. That easily causes duplicate screens and everything, so I was glitching out, so I'm trying to figure out things constantly. A duplicate screen, things glitching over and over. The glitch loop was HDMI video recording with sound, copyright fair to share sound, and then me going through webcam and looping all those in different settings through the YOLO Pro. You know, it's YOLO Pro, but really the only thing you are is Pro Beta when you pay for these programs. I still ranked it 4 stars out of 5. I pointed out, hey, if you have this device, it is a Pro, as in like stronger than Elite. I still think Elite is stronger than Pro for word reference. But yeah, that glitched out a lot, and I'm recording this to let everyone view my channel, and I hope everyone's having a great day. If they did not get a chance to see me go live or anything like that, I'm trying to start a live stream plus record this video into a link so people can click on that link, or it'll pop up on the right hand screen, or what left hand, your right, or whatever, my left. Yeah, so that's how it's gonna work out tonight, as I'm still gonna probably game live stream. I had a green screen I bought, and I found it only works certain cameras and certain lighting areas. So a green screen plus a certain lighting areas is another great example of how I am going through my day-to-day cycle. And I got drowsy because I did over 12 miles into my first day off from work, 8 hours, moving thousands of pounds of work. I got up early in the morning and lifted thousands of pounds of cinder blocks, and I had a great time doing that. Not complaining about that. That's just how my energy's spent, and how I'm going to be uploading videos in between if they're creative enough. Appreciate anyone, yes, and any individual is to create this great power of healing res. Yeah, I see. I changed my name to V something. Yeah, I don't even remember what it was. Apparition. V Ray 1 Apparition. Yeah, something like that. And I was bored because, like I said, I'm not being funded off of my YouTube account name or something, but it went and like locked it out or something. Yeah, so that's what I finish off with. That might change into V1 or V Ray V-Ray 1 Apparition. Might change in the future. Just kind of how I'm living my life, I guess. Not really focus on if my name tag gives me money or not, because I have different channels I run off of. They don't discuss because they might be more controversial and people might be offended by them. They might not be validated to the disclaimers of other channels. And everything wants to be like, oh, we need double chin femininities or something, extra bones on their chins. When they flex their muscles, you see their chin more, and you're supposed to see that as a feminine cycle. You're not allowed to see Stellar Korean Eastern Project as a great example of a female character being done in video games. I don't know. I used to try to date skinny track athlete girls, the ladies with no chest hardly in school because they'd act like they like me, but then they jump to another guy no matter what. So being sold out by what Western culture is supposed to think about what ladies are supposed to look like in video games, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, so kind of annoying that we have Western culture. Oh, you have to look at this perfect example of Western ladies. Because I know I made a perfect example. I don't care about making fun of someone's looks in an amateur, premature way because you're not going to get the views up as obviously as a person like me individually, with my masculine tone and everything. You're gonna just get stomped on if you overcomplicate your opinion. So this is how I see it as is like say I used to grow up watching Inspector Gadget. He's a goofy guy, probably bald, had a kind of like investigator hat on, and a bunch of different tools, and he wasn't really supposed to be like a murderer or anything. That he's lean, looked possibly pot belly because how much gadgets he had to his body, had a big chin, big nose. That was an attractive. He was just a goofy, funny guy, and that was Western. It made those kind of franchises go on, and then he went to Batman and Robin, 1970s edition, lean because they weren't pumping steroids to the point they had heart attacks and cardiac arrest from fasting or whatever cycles they claim. Disclaimer: they're claiming that doctors saying you fast, you get heart disease more, intermediate fastings, but and then do steroids on top of that. Not healthy, not permitted. Not supposed to promote that stuff. Well, Batman and Robin were lean and skinny and not like super gamma alpha athletes. They were more like a Sigma Prime or something that knew when to attack somebody, get the advantage on someone when they're at the disadvantage. If they got caught, that was this whole scenario in 1970 version Batman and Robin. If they got caught by the villain, they easily got roped up, and every single villain was surrounding them immediately. Now they changed that to you have to be hyper gamma alpha omega blah 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 just to promote yourself today because people are going to get offended of your character. It's not a prima donna Mulana with a Angelina Jolie makeup pumping fillers in their lips. Yeah, I still like the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider linking to because that's how it was set up. It was the original style. It was a pretty athletic, bouncy, springy motion kind of character. That's how she got her leverage from mobility and her athleticism. She'd just bounce around and leap out of cover fire instead of using cover fire that get closed in by enemies. She was a jumper athlete more than a sprinter, even though like in I think Tomb Raider they try to make it like, oh, she's an Olympic athlete and she wins at everything. She does everything. She wins all the time. Every single sport, whether it's a sprint or I used to have to do that all the sprints. They never asked me to be a runner plus a jumper, but obviously Angelina was everything. She could climb long distance without giving up, and that was the character. And now you played it as a kid, and like whatever, I can make fun of it in a different term. Didn't. I just was thankful I got the chance to play that game from that standard, and now they're trying to change all those kind of scenarios up. Loop, and I think that's what Alone in the Dark is like. They remade that, and they're gonna make sure everyone's double chin or extra chin people. They're not allowed to have an Eden Shaw or what's his name? Yeah, you could call the Eden Shaw from Alone in the Dark 2, New Nightmare. I'm sure they're not going to be like, oh, we want to make him look like this guy who's rambling and ranting. He's just a cosplayer. He doesn't have any skill, even though he just spoke without a script for 10 minutes straight going into another game. Yeah. And how Western elite culture hyper gamma alphas with double chins are getting angry that we don't submit to their idea of creativity. You go to a game design and you want a guy with a Adam Apple and a small chin. They're gonna make him look like a girl immediately. Oh, and he's got to look. He's got to be Asian. And that was another thing. When I'd be in school, like people immediately assume I was Asian, and it would be like, oh, I have an identity crisis now because people are assumption of Asian, me being Asian, and I am just trying to be a person that's really competitive. I did racing, go kart tracks, I did track and field, I did football, and then I just like submitted myself to I don't quit. But I knew when submission was I wasn't friends with the whole entire team. You weren't going to be popular. And then I did wrestling, yada, snowboarding, skiing. So I was doing all those things on top of playing video games all night. 18-hour straight days, sport in between different sport event seasons, and having to feel like a teacher's pet when I got an athletics award because I felt like someone else could easily took it. They're like, "Oh, you're the best athlete of the state award." Yeah, because I did win tournaments in states, but if our team didn't win, you didn't win, so it didn't really matter how many points you racked up. They put you up against an Olympic athlete, and you had to win those points. And he was 2 feet taller, and he looked like he was 30 years old. Out of high school, when you were going on 19, you were going against someone else's prime and going to get instantly defeated in a sport. And that's the reason why I never even probably qualified for Olympics. I got to districts and never qualified for Olympics, and it was regionals. Yeah, I was beating regionals. What's funny, but every time I got near a regional athlete, first, third place range, I immediately got dunked, and then obviously I had brain damage stuff for doing too many sports and crashed into the ground on ice, solid ice of a snowboard wheel. Yep, there you go. You have it. Appreciate everyone stopping in and listening to everything I've done and accomplished over this year. And I'm glad I'm being capable of creating videos and creating entertainment for people. That's kind of my side hobby now. I'm not really trying to let it stress me out. I just got drowsy today, and it was the reality of me being human. I submitted to. I used to microsleep. People drive me around and dictate where I'd go, and that's how my microsleep would work. I'd be like, had my head up, and I feel like my neck was twisted because I'd try to sleep in a vehicle
So they're
where there's no
actually
resting spot,
shadow
and it'd be
banning
half
probably
awake
bad
all the
players more than
time
anything
and
else.
microsleep all the time like Batman.
You're standing
The
at the cliffhanger
1970s
of the
Batman because
plank
I'm lean,
every
obviously.
time.
I'm lean and
You
mean.
get one
And
frag,
same with the
and you play
Wolverine.
like
He's
even
supposed to be
close to
lean
two
and mean,
games in a
nine
row
five nine,
of
and they
just
want
one
him all
frag or
hyper
less.
gammy and 6 foot tall. And obviously, don't see Sweet Baby ain't going after that men's scenario when they're 6 feet tall and they take over the 5'9" role of a main character. Obviously, Iron Man is supposed to be 6 feet tall, but then the 5'9", so it's like they like to mix. Is it really that relevant as long as they play a good character and they can use good photography, editing, CGI footage to make the character stand out the most? I obviously wouldn't care because I would just be always be looked at as a dang blurb. Flipping, I see this 30-minute limit bar on my video editing screen. It's through Clipchamp, Microsoft Clipchamp, obviously. That's been relying on me probably to get their funding uh, bankruptcies go down because they're doing all this woke junk agenda stuff. And I appreciate the fact that I get to be a part of something. I'm not alone. I don't believe in loneliness. But yeah, there's factors. I'm just the cosplayer. Wine baby man explaining scenario, never stopping, blah blah. You're over emasculating, not letting feminities give open opinions if you have an opinion over their opinion. Oh, you just took over their topic. Blah 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 blah. Um, Yeah, I really appreciate that I had the chance to upload this video and be a part of a community that I create as I go on in my life, because that helps me not believe in loneliness. We got this going forward in the future. Shaman 1 into midnight. We're all out all the way into the night. We got this going.